When working out and exercising, good posture is a must for not only improving performance and reducing injury, but also because a good posture looks alpha as fuck. With bodyweight training, bridging is a fantastic exercise, and a variation within bridging is tabletop bridging, which for the sake of developing the posterior chain is fantastic for doing just that. So in today's video, for all my beginner bodyweight athletes, stay tuned as I'm going to go through the progression scheme to master the tabletop bridge, how to do it right, how to not do it, so at the end of it you're going to have a bulletproof posterior chain and a great posture. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So first things first, I want you to get on the floor, lie on your back. And before we start with tabletop bridging, you're going to start with regular bridging, and more specifically single leg hip bridging, or bridges, whatever. It doesn't matter. Now this exercise is going to require less strength and mobility in the back and rear delts, and it will focus a bit more on the lower body like the glutes and hamstrings, but it's still going to engage the posterior chain as a whole phenomenally. Is that right? Yeah. Anyway, as we're doing bridging and working the posterior chain, we want to pull rather than push, okay? You want to keep your glutes completely central throughout the movement and pull back with the hamstrings in particular rather than push forward, as we're then going to start working other muscles that we don't intend to be working. So always think pull up, down, pull up. You get the message. And with the opposing limb, you want to make sure you keep it straight to maintain tension. And what we can actually do with the opposing limb to make the exercise harder as you get comfortable with regular single leg hip bridges is you can then actually start to extend your leg up. So as you bring your leg further up, the opposing limb further up, you're increasing the resistance, and so therefore the posterior chain will have to work harder and harder over time. Then once you can get really nice and high, so your opposing limb is literally as straight and high as possible, now put both feet on the floor, straighten your arms and start doing regular tabletop bridging. Now this is where the magic happens, people. As this exercise really requires you to drive those shoulder blades back. This is going to significantly increase the strength and mobility in the back muscles. And so over time, your posterior chain is going to get a lot stronger, and so as a result, your posture will most definitely improve as a result. And again, make sure you're pulling rather than pushing, and really come up nice and high. Drive that chest up. Squeeze those glutes hard. No half repping. Doing bridging right, you should feel a great contraction from your back and rear delts all the way down to your hamstrings and glutes. And one thing you need to consider with tabletop bridging is, first of all, you want to make sure you retract your scapula beforehand by rolling the shoulder blades down and back, and also make sure your wrists are in line with the shoulder joint. This will lead to an increase in strength and power in the posterior chain, and also reduce the risk of injury as you will now be performing the exercise to a much higher standard. In addition, make sure you're taking the progression slowly and also doing the exercise itself slowly, as this is mobility work, so it's supposed to be taken lightly. Please don't let your ego get the better of you for this one. Once tabletop bridging, like just a regular tabletop bridge, gets easy, so like maybe about 12 to 15 reps, what you actually want to do, or what I did from here, is bring my legs in towards the center line of my body. And so this is actually going to then require more strength from the lower body, the glutes and hamstrings, and also the back and rear delts is going to have to provide more support. So in general, adding the two together, it's going to require more strength as the intensity increases, so you're going to be making more gains. One way you could further increase the intensity of the exercise by lengthening the lever, so bring your legs further out away from yourself. But I'm kind of like, I'm kind of getting on to more of the advanced progressions when this video itself is dedicated to beginners specifically. So if you're someone who's relatively new to bodyweight training, stick to the progressions I've said before, master the tabletop bridge, and that is all you really need. You're sorted. So that said, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. If you want to comment down below any thoughts or suggestions, feel free to do so. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, come on. It's not going to do you any harm. I will ensure that you watch my videos is well worth your time. And also turn on post notifications so you do not miss a single upload of mine. Stay tuned for future content, as the next video will actually be a workout routine, which is what we all want, don't we? So I'll definitely stay tuned if I were you, and I will catch you all in a few days.